identical coils X and Y of 1,000 turns each lie in parallel planes such that 80% of flux produced by one coil links with the other. So if a current of 4 amperes flowing in X produces a flux of 0.05 milliweber in it, find the mutual inductance between X and Y. So, lista natin yung given. So from our problem, binanggit dyan that there are two identical coils. And syempre, kapag ang coils na yan ay identical, the L1, the inductance number 1 is equal to the inductance number 2. And also, sinabi din naman dyan that they have 1,000 turns each. So yung N number 1 is equal to N number 2, which is 1,000. Ngayon, let's say that the inductance number 1 andoon yung X. Therefore, kung sa X dadala yung 4 amperes, that is the I number 1. And then merong makikreate na flux na 0.05 times 10 raised to negative 3 Weber or yung milliweber natin. So kung ang hinahanap ng problem is the mutual inductance, okay, mutual inductance, that is letter M, ang formula lang natin dito is K square root of L1, L2. Okay? Pero wala pa tayong value ni L, diba? Kailangan lang natin ng isang L kasi equal naman sila. So, paano natin kukunin yung L? So, from our given, nakikita nyo dito, diba? Si L, si N, si I, at saka yung flux. So, naalala pa ba natin yung mnemonic device natin na Lion? So, from our formula, na Lion, I think we can get a value of L dito. And that is ganyan, di ba? So, solve natin the given flux, 0.05. So, considering the first coil. And then, yung number of turns natin, 1,000. Tapos, the current flowing is 4. So, this will be in Henry. So, 0.05 times 10 raised to negative 3 times 1,000 over 4. 1 over 80. So, kunin muna natin buo. Fraction na lang muna. 1 over 80 Henry. Next, binanggit din pa sa tabla that 80% of the flux produced by one coil links with the other. Therefore, yung K natin, yung coefficient of coupling natin is 0.8, yung 80%. So that we can now solve for the value of M. 0.8 square root of 1 over 80. So dahil nga parehas yan, 1 over 80 din yung pangalawang inductance natin. So yung answer natin dito, 0.8 square root of answer, i-raise to 2 na lang natin. So 1 over 100 or 0.01. Sa ating mga choice ng mga 10, tingnan natin. Una, ito. Wala. Ito, 10 times 10 raised to negative 3. So, meron na siyang nakamukha. Letter D. Number 12. Two coils A and B are connected in series such that the total inductances are 1 Henry and 0.3 Henry depending on the direction of current in the coils. So calculate the coupling factor between the coils if the self-inductance of coil B is 0.5. Balisa natin yung given. Yung dalawang coils natin connected in series. And then, there are two inductances, 1 tsaka 0.3. So, di ba sa ating series connection ng ating inductance, meron tayong tinatawag na series aiding at tsaka series opposing. And kung sino mas mataas na inductance doon, ayun palagi yung aiding. Therefore, yung LTA natin is the 1 Henry. And then, yung opposing naman is the 0.3 0.3 Henry. And then, binanggit din dito, or nagtatanong na kagad si problem ng coefficient or coupling factor, yung letter K natin, kung ang inductance daw ng isa, sinabi dito LB, is 0.5 Henry. So, tingnan natin how can we use the given. So, siguro paghiwalayin natin yung formula kapag series aiding. Ano ba yung alam nating formula? Kapag ang inductances natin ay connected in series 18. Diba? This LTA equal to the first yung LA, second. Tapos ipa-plus natin yung 2M, yung mutual inductance. Substitute natin, yung LTA natin is 1, the LA is unknown, and sinabi dito that the B is 0.5 plus 2M. So, ililipat natin yung 0.5, that will be 1 minus 0.5. Sa left side natin may natitirang 0.5 na LA plus 2M. Iwan natin to as equation number 1. Ngayon, pagpunta natin sa series opposing, yung formula nung naka-plus pa din yung dalawang inductances, pero yung 2M naka-minus na, di ba? So, ano yung LTO natin? 0.3. So, hindi natin alam yung LA nga, and then the LB is 0.5 minus 2M. And kapag nilipat natin yung 0.5 sa left side, so magiging negative 0.2 yung sum nila, di ba? Yung 0.3. Tapos matitira dito yung LA minus 2M. And if we create this one as the equation number 2, we can now use mode 5.1. Tama? Kasi meron na lang tayong two unknowns, which is the LA and the mutual inductance. Let us use mode 5.1. Sa first equation, yung M is 2, and then the constant term 0.5. Sa equation number 2, the LA is 1, negative 2 yung M, and then negative 0.2 naman ang coefficient. So, yung una natin, 3 over 20, and then 7 over 40. Siyempre, kung sino yung mauna, that is the LA. Tapos, 7 over 40 naman itong mutual inductance. And from our mutual inductance, with a formula M is equal to K square root of L1, L2. So, ang nasolve nating mutual inductance is 7 over 40. That is equal to K square root of. Ang nasolve nating LA is 3 over 20. Ang given na L2 is 0.5. So, we can now already solve for the value of K dito, di ba? By cross multiplication. So, ang numerator is yung 7 over 40. I-divide natin yung square root na term, which is 3 over 20 na naka-times sa 0.5. 0.639. 0.639 or 0.64. Number 13. In CGS system, what is the unit of the EMF when I is in ampere and the power is in erg per second? Letter A, volt. Number 14. Electrolyte of a storage battery is formed by adding sulfuric acid to water. Next, number 15. A DC electromagnet is wound with 1,000 turns, having a resistance of 30 ohms. When excited by a voltage of 125 volts, a magnetic flux of 4 milliwebers links the coil. So what is the energy stored in the magnetic field? So, di ba kapag tayo ay nasa electromagnetics, ang stored energy natin dito is 1/2 Li squared, di ba? So, stored energy is 1/2 Li raised to 2. And then, ilista muna natin yung given para makita natin how are we going to arrive to 1/2 Li squared. So, there are given number of terms, 1,000, resistance, 30 ohms, and then exciting voltage, letter E o kaya letter V, 125 volts, and then the flux na 4 milli or 4 times 10 raised to negative 3 Weber. So sa ating problem, in order to solve for the energy, kailangan natin ng L and kailangan natin yung I. So unang-una, using the Ohm's law, we can find the I. Kasi meron tayong voltage and resistance. Diba? Ang ating Ohm's law I is equal to V over R. Since the voltage is 125 and the resistance is 30 ohms, ang ating current will be 25 over 6. Baka pag tinype natin to sa calculator. And since meron na tayong I, ano yung mapapansin natin? Meron tayong I, we are looking for L, meron na tayong Li. Then meron din naman tayong on, di ba? Yung flux and yung number of turns, we can now use the Lion formula. So solving for L dito, that is flux, number of turns over I. So let us solve for L. The number of flux, 4 times 10 raised to negative 3. The number of turns, 1,000. And ang nasolve nating I is 25 over 6. So kunin muna siguro natin to. Do pinaka-value ng L natin. 4 milli times 1,000 over 25 over 6. This is 0.96 henries. So therefore, we can now solve for the energy, which is 1/2. The L is 0.96. And then yung I natin, 25 over 6, na-erase natin sa 2. So 0.5, yung 1/2, times 0.96. And then i-multiply natin yung 25 over 6 raised to 2. So this will be in joules, 8.333. So 8.333 joules, approximately 8.34. Solenoid has a magnetic reluctance of 2.2 times 10 raised to negative 3. It has 300 turns and core area of 5 square centimeters. So what is the flux density when the current flowing is 1 ampere? So, tingnan muna natin yung given and then ulitin natin what is the question para malaman natin how are we going to use these givens. So merong reluctance. So ito yun, yung symbol natin for reluctance. 2.2 times 10 raised to negative 3. Meron naman siyang 300 turns. And then the area of the core is 500 square centimeters. The question now is the flux density, yung beta, and if the current is 1 ampere. So dito sa ating formula, since meron tayong area and we are looking for the beta, di ba meron tayong pinaka-basic or yung pinaka-madaling formula relating the beta, the flux density and the area, which is the OBA or yung BOA, wherein the flux density is equal to the flux over the area. Since meron tayong area dito and we are looking for the beta, ang problem pa natin dito, what is the flux? Dahil meron pa tayong isa pang unknown, which is the flux, mag-isip ulit tayo na another formula na kung saan maire-relate naman natin yung flux Saka yung iba pa sa mga given, di ba? So, ano pa yung hindi natin magagamit? Meron tayong reluctance, meron tayong number of turns, at saka yung I. Di ba dito, we can use the Ohm's law. Di ba kapag pinag-usapan natin yung pinaka-flux, saka yung reluctance, yung Ohm's law natin sa magnetic circuit. Ano yung Ohm's law natin dito? Yung pinaka-voltage, that is the MMF, and yung pinaka-IR natin is yung flux, and then the reluctance. So dahil ang choices natin are in Gauss, and then yung area natin naka-square centimeters, so let us use CGS formula. Kasi nag-iiba yung formula ng MMF natin, di ba, kapag CGS. So in CGS units, the formula of MMF is 0.4 pi Ni. So nagamit na natin yung Ni. And this is equal to flux times the reluctance. So let us now solve for the flux. So diretsuhin na natin. So mananatili sa numerator yung 0.4 pi, tsaka yung N, which is 300, also yung I natin, 1. So ang madidivide sa baba is yung reluctance natin, di ba? Para ma-isolate natin si number of flux. So yung magiging flux natin dito will be the CGS unit of flux na Maxwell. 0.4 times yung pi times 300 divided by 2.2 times 10 raised to negative 3. So 171,359.6. 171,359.6 Maxwells. So dahil meron na tayong flux, meron din naman tayong area which are both in CGS unit. So yung magiging answer natin dito sa BOA, CGS unit na din, which is the Gauss. So yung flux natin, 171,359.6, and then the area natin in CGS is 5. So sa calculator, i-divide lang natin by 5 yung answer. And this is our final answer, 34,271.9. So sa choices, pwede tayong mag-round off. Based on the choices, they are rounded off to hundreds. So ang pinakamalapit na naka-round off sa hundreds is yung letter B. Next, number 17. Permeability in a magnetic circuit corresponds to blank of the electric circuit. So ano nga ba ang permeability? So ang permeability kasi, that is the ability of the material for the magnetic flux to flow. Diba sa ating magnetic circuit, ang nagpo-flow doon ay ang flux. And sa ating electrical circuit, ano ang nagpo-flow? Yung electron, di ba? And that is the current. So that is conductivity. Yung answer natin. Ability for the electron to flow. Letter C. Next, number 18. A charge is charged by a steady current of 0.0008 ampere for 25 seconds, at which time its EMF is 600 volts. What is the energy stored in the capacitor? So the question here is the energy stored in the capacitor. Ang formula natin dito, di ba? The W is 1/2 CE square naman. Di ba? Sa ating inductance, 1/2 Li square. Sa capacitance, 1/2 CE square. So list down ulit natin what are the given. So number 1, current. Steady current na 0.0008 ampere. There is a time, 25 seconds, and then there is a voltage, 600 volts. So from our formula, kailangan natin yung C, and meron naman na tayong E. So dito, since magagamit na natin si E, ano pa kaya yung quantity na pwede nating paggamitan ng I at saka ng P? That is the charge, tama? Di ba yung charge yon? Yung I is equal to Q over T. Ibig sabihin na to, the current is equal to Q over T. So solving for Q, that is the product of I, 0.0008 and the time na 25. So magiging answer natin dito is 1 over 50 coulomb. So dahil meron na tayong Q, we can now find a value of C, di ba? From Q is equal to CE, let us solve for the capacitance, which is Q over E. Q over E. So direct substitute na natin dito sa ating energy. So therefore, ang magiging energy natin, 1/2. Yung C natin, manggagaling yan sa Q over E. So ang Q natin is 1 over 50. And then yung E natin, 600. And then dun pa lang natin i-multiply yung E square natin na 600. Our answer now will be 0.5 times 1 over 50 over 600 tapos 600 raised to 2 or 6 joules. Dapat merong unit ang inyong answer kung iyan ay walang choices. Next, number 19. A conductor 10 centimeters long and carrying a current of 150 amperes lies perpendicular to a field strength of 1,000 ampere turns per meter. So calculate the force acting on the conductor. Okay, lista natin yung given. There is a given length of the conductor, 10 centimeters, carrying a current 150 amperes. And then there is a theta kasi mayroong word na perpendicular, so that is 90 degrees. And then the field strength, yung variable natin dyan, H, di ba? But the field strength na ampere turns per meter natin, 1,000. And now the question is, what is the force? So di ba kapag meron tayong IL at theta, and we are looking for the force, ang pinakasikat na formula dito is yung F-bill. Diba? F-bill sin theta. So, kung F ang hinahanap, kailangan meron tayong B, I, L, tsaka sin theta. So, ano yung wala sa given natin? Yung B, diba? Yung beta. Pero kanina, na-introduce na natin yung relationship between the B, the beta, and the H. Diba? Beta is equal to mu times yung H. So, palitan natin. Solving for the F now, yung B ay magiging mu H, na kung saan yung mu nga ay binubuo ni absolute at saka ni relative. And then H ay L sin theta. So, ang mu natin, yung relative permeability natin is the constant number 33. And then, wala naman binigay na relative. So, ina-assume pa din natin ito na air. And the given H, 1,000. Next, for the current naman, 150. Punta tayo sa L. So, the given L, so kailangan kasi di ba SI unit tayo. The given L is not in SI unit, yung 10 centimeters. So, ito yung magkakaroon ng conversion into meter. So, over 100 centimeters. And then, sin 90. So, ang answer na natin dito will be in Newton na, yung SI unit. So constant number 33 times 1,000 times 150 times 10 times sine 90, although yung sine 90 is 1, divided by 100. So 0.01885 newtons. 0.01885 newtons. So ang mga choices kasi natin, mayroong pi. Kung hahanapin nyo sino ang magiging katumbas ng 0.01885, that is the 6 pi times 10 raised to negative 3 Newton. Ito. So 6, ito muna, 6 times 10 raised to negative 3 times i-times natin yung pi. Ayan. Okay? 0.01885. Letter B. So baka nagtataka kayo, what is letter N? And that is pi.